One of my subscribers has asked me to rebuild the Los Angeles Chargers, but with the new addition of Najee Harris. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and or subscribe. Let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes. I would appreciate that. But starting off here, I think the Chargers had a solid offseason, and I just want to let you know, if you are a Justin Herbert hater and you're like, oh, Justin Herbert's overrated, consider yourself an op, dude. It's literally Phillip Rivers part 2. Phillip Rivers, go look up his historical stats. He was great for the Chargers, you know, just the bad part was he was on the Chargers. It's the exact same thing with like Matthew Stafford. Everyone called him, oh, he's just Matthew Stat Patter, and then you put him on a viable franchise like the Los Angeles Rams and he wins the Super Bowl. So there's a big difference between being overrated and then just not having everything around you. And I know everyone's like, oh, well, they got a good offensive line now. They had receivers. They had Keenan Allen. They had Mike Williams. Mike Williams was injured all the time. Keenan Allen was on and off. I mean, they probably should re-sign him back, but currently this receiving core needs help. Ladd McConkey is amazing, but he's more of a slot or a gadget guy. He's not a definitive number one. Quentin Johnston's not developed. I don't think he will develop. I know a bunch of people are going to be like, oh, don't hate on him. As of right now, you could have picked Zay Flowers or Jordan Addison, who are doing significantly better, but you willingly chose Quentin Johnston. Re-signing Mike Williams, I mean, sure, he's constantly injured, and whenever he's on the field, he's really not that impressive. Maybe for the first couple seasons he was fine, but he's really not all that. But sure, why not just bring him back? He's familiar with the playbook. And then what I think for the Najee Harris situation, he's not a bad running back. I definitely don't think he should have superstar development. Madden just gives that to him. I mean, sure, he's great in the red zone or whatever, but at the same time, he's just like, he averages under 4 a carry almost every season in real life, and he was a first-round pick, so he hasn't quite lived up to the hype, but I don't think he should be getting all the hate that he is currently getting. And then for the Chargers offensive line, it's great when healthy. Rashawn Slater, Joe Altabese, signing Mekhi Becton, Andre James, great moves for them. Also got Tyler Conklin here. Defensively, you let Joey Bosa go here. Let me refresh this roster. Khalil Mack should be playing right end. I know they're on a 3-4. I just like 4-3s better, so I moved it in there. Got Tareeb still. You got Justy here. I hate the signing. I think he's just an awful player. I think he allowed the most passing yards in the league last year. I think he almost had 1,000 yards allowed last year. It was like 900 and something. He was awful for the Commanders. Dante Jackson, solid signing there. They haven't quite re-signed Asante Samuel. In real life, I think they should. I don't know if he's going to re-sign with the Chargers, but we'll see. Derwin James, arguably the best, not arguably, he's arguably the best safety in the NFL, but he is definitely the best run defending safety in the NFL. In my opinion, I know people are going to call me biased because I'm a Kyle Hamilton and a Ravens fan, but Kyle Hamilton is the best all-around safety. He can play nickel, he can play linebacker, he can play in the slot, he can play strong safety, free safety, but Derwin James is definitely the best run defending safety in my opinion. Got Elijah Molden and Gilman here, but overall, the Chargers definitely need to fix the run defense. It's one of their biggest problems, but of course, we also need a receiver. So we'll see how we do in the draft. I'm going to stop yapping and just get to it. In the first round here, I'm picking up wide receiver Isaiah Bond out of Texas. I know he's fell down a lot of draft boards, but honestly, a lot of the receivers got swept off the board a lot quicker than I thought they would compared to our pick. He's 5'11". He's a slot archetype, normal development. I know I said we needed number 1, but he's still a lot better than what we have at Quentin Johnston and Mike Williams. So 98 speed, 98 acceleration. He is an athletic freak. Doesn't really have the best route running, but he's still going to be a starter. Round number 2, I'm picking up tight end Mason Taylor out of LSU, 6'5", 253, hidden development here. I think he's a pretty solid pick. A, awareness, A, catching traffic, B, catching. Yes, I know you did sign Tyler Conklin, but still, you want a younger guy for the long term. Now I'm drafting defensive tackle out of Texas A&M, Shamar Turner here, 6'4", 300 pounds, 78 speed, 80 acceleration, 87 strength, hidden development here, A, finesse moves. I know he's more of a speed rusher, and they need more of a run stopper archetype, but I think he's still a pretty good fit here. Doubling down on defensive tackle, getting defensive tackle Patrick Jenkins out of Tulane, 6'2", 300 pounds, run stopper archetype, only 80 strength, normal development, doesn't seem that good, but B, awareness, B, play rec, and B, finesse moves. Now this is the team after the draft. I'm going to put Mason Taylor as the 1 immediately. Isaiah Bond, I'm going to move to the 2, and then Quentin Johnston can play the 3. Still going to have Ladd McConkey in the slot and as the number 1 here. Justin Herbert, Najee Harris here. Najee Harris usually does pretty well in simulation. Then we got Turner as the starter. Really weak interior defensive line, especially overall wise. Still going to start this guy just because he's a higher overall. Actually, let's put Turner there just because of the development. moment. Need a little bit better at linebacker. We got Devin White. I think the AI signed that. Let's move Junior Colson. Did Devin White sign with the Chargers in real life? I think maybe he got cut on his roster in the offseason, signed with us. But either way, this is what we got for the team. Secondary is looking really nice, other than our third string there. Everything else looks good. Specialist-wise, Lad McConkey is in the slot, and then Turner we're going to make as the rush defensive tackle because he's a speed rusher. Elijah Molden, we do not need doing that. And defensively, who is, and how old is Gilman? He is 27, so we'll keep him as the starter for now. Elijah Molden can be the backup, or Elijah Molden's actually like 25. Yeah, so we're just going to make Molden the number 1 for now. They're the same overall, so it's fine. Still need help at the defensive tackle position and the receiver position, really, but we'll see how it goes for your number 1 with the Chargers rebuild and just moving to the midseason mark. 6-1 at the midseason mark, coming off a crushing win to the Titans, 41-13, as we are just green all around. 10th best offense, 5th best defense, just greens across the board. We are performing amazingly, as the Raiders not so much. 32nd best offense, 32nd defense. That is a rough time for them as they are currently 0-6. We are number 1 in the conference as well, above the Chiefs, which is surprising. Khalil Mack is currently leading the NFL in sacks. That's ridiculous. He has 11, and we're only in week 8 right now. Najee Harris leading the NFL in rushing yards. Currently, we're in the Chiefs playbook as well. We're in a passing scheme, and he's still dominating in rushing yards. Scouting national focus. Even though everything's in the green already, still need defensive tackle for the long term. For the players who get to negotiate, Rashawn Slater, get your bag, buddy. 5-year deal, $26 million a year, and he says no to that. That is ridiculous. Gilman, don't really need. We already re-signed Elijah Molden. Andre James, I don't know how much of a contract he got in real life. We'll just do 2 years because, again, I don't know how much he got in real life, and I'm not willing to look it up, but he's going to re-sign on that. Khalil Mack's been absolutely balling for us. He's probably going to get another 1-year contract, but I'm going to wait until he regresses. Devin White, I don't want, and then all these other extras I'm just not interested in, including Quentin Johnston. But I'm going to simulate 1 more week against the 0-6 Raiders to get that contract with the Rashawn Slater done, as we beat them 42-21, and now that I think about it, should I wait on Rashawn Slater's contract to see how he performs? But either way, Derwin James, 3 tackles, 1 interception, and a touchdown, so he got a pick 6. And for the sacks allowed, Slater has only allowed 2 so far. 3 sacks allowed on Justin Herbert the entire season is amazing. Slater's only allowed 2 sacks so far. I'm just going to pay him now. So he didn't like the 5-year deal before, so 5 years, up the bonus just a little bit more, and he re-signs on that long term for the team and for the rest of the rebuild. Now let's move in to the playoffs, as we are currently 7-1. 15-2, top of the conference, first round bye. I don't think anyone would expect that from the Chargers the next season, but 5th best offense, number 1 defense in the NFL. That is not something Chargers fan will probably hear in a long time, but hey, I'll take it. The 5 Chargers fans in existence are going crazy. Justin Herbert is a baller, 6th best offense in the NFL, 3rd best defense, and Justin Herbert is 3rd for league MVP, 6th in passing yards, 2nd in passing touchdowns, 3rd in passer rating. Herbert, 4,300 yards, 46 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 120 pass rating, only got sacked 21 times. Astonishing year from Herbert. This is an MVP caliber season. I guess somehow the AI thought 2 other quarterbacks were better than him. Najee Harris, 5.1 per carry. That's not going to happen in real life, but hey, he's balling in simulation. 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, no fumbles. Amazing year, career high from Najee Harris here. Lad McConkey, 1,100 yards, 17 touchdowns, easily superstar development. Mason Taylor, 6 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Amazing rookie year from the tight end. Isaiah Bond, 900 yards, 13 touchdowns, outperforming Quentin Johnston's entire career in 1 season. Quentin Johnston, 776 yards, 7 touchdowns. That's his career high, so not bad. And then Mike Williams got only 4 receptions because he was a 4th string, but Isaiah Bond, star development, 13 touchdowns in his rookie year is great, and then Mason Taylor did great as well. Sacks allowed, Slater allows 8, which isn't really good for a 95 overall, but it's not the worst, I guess. Zion Johnson allows 5, Mekhi Becton 3, 2 for Joe Alt, 1 for Andre James. Henley, 141 tackles, 5 interceptions, 4 tackles for a loss. Amazing year from him. Tackles for a loss, 13 for Justin here, 11 for Shamar, and then 10 for Thule here, 8 for Khalil Mack. Sacks, 21 for Khalil Mack is insane. He's going to get a re-signing. 9 for Thule, 3.5 for Justin. Interceptions, 5 for Henley, 3 for Derwin James. 10 deflections for Junior Colson, 6 for Derwin James, 6 for Tariq Still. No safeties on the team, and 1 defensive touchdown for Derwin James. And Khalil Mack led the league in sacks, 21, 8 tackles for a loss. Maybe Aiden Hutchinson will get the Defensive Player of the Year because he had 10 more tackles for a loss, but 2 less sacks. Najee Harris, 2nd in the league for the most rushing yards, but he had less attempts than Josh Jacobs, but also less touchdowns. And then Henley leads the NFL for the most tackles of any linebacker with 141. Can we beat the 10-7 Cincinnati Bengals? We are both the same overall. This is actually going to be a hard matchup because Joe Burrow's an X factor, and we do beat them 36-37. Thriller game here to face the 11-6 Buffalo Bills to see if we can move on to the championship in year number 1. Here we are at SoFi Stadium. By the way, beautiful stadium. Been to it before. 14-0 start, crushing the Bills at home. 17-0, 3-score lead at halftime. 24-0 at halftime, dominating the Bills. 24-8, 31-8. This game is long gone. No coming back for the Bills, as they will not be able to go to the Super Bowl just to lose another one. But your Los Angeles Chargers will be moving on to the Super Bowl. 34-14 is your final score, and this really isn't much of a rebuild. Year 1, we're already balling. Justin Herbert, 4 touchdowns, 241 yards, 81% completion percentage. I'm sure a lot of Chargers fans wish he performed that way in the playoffs, but we got to let him cook. Here to face the 10-7 Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl. And Justin Herbert goes to superstar X Factor. Ladd McConkey's a superstar. Isaiah Bond goes from normal to star development. So even if they do start with normal development, doesn't matter. They can still cook. Mason Taylor, I believe he comes with star development, but he has superstar. Yeah, he did get a superstar upgrade for having a 1,000-yard season his rookie year as a tight end. No other upgrades on offense. Even though Najee was second in the league for rushing yards, I would argue he should deserve X Factor, but he had 9 touchdowns. Henley led the league in tackles, so he gets superstar. Elijah Molden gets superstar. Junior Colson gets star. Turner comes with star. Khalil Mack led the league in sacks. I'm going to give him superstar X Factor. If you want to call me a cheater in the comments, I don't care. Whenever you lead the league in sacks or when you're top 3, easily deserves a development upgrade. Khalil Mack back in his prime. So well-deservingly, he gets back to superstar X Factor. The team is balling. Let's see if we can already get a Super Bowl win and build a dynasty here with the Justin Herbert Los Angeles Chargers to beat the Jordan Love Green Bay Packers. Here we are against the Packers. They're going to start out with nothing. We start out with 7. Great start. 7-7 response there, as we're going to make it 14-7 against the Packers. 14-14 game. 21-14 game against the Packers. Opening up half, we almost had a touchdown. I guess we had a big turnover there. 28-21. Packers still keep tying it up over and over again. Will they ever take a lead throughout the game? 35-35 overtime Super Bowl. This is insane here. Packers are going to get the ball first. They are going to try and drive down the field. They are kind of driving down the field here. We got to stop them. Big play for them, and they will get in the end zone. What are we going to do? We're going to start driving, get back a little bit, driving. What are you doing? Let's go 4th and 6 here. I got to hop in for this. 4th down and 6 for the game here. Going to the inside. Isaiah Bond drops the ball, and that will be the game, dude. No way. I hop in for one play on 4th down, hits Isaiah Bond square in the hands, and he drops the ball. Justin Herbert's career in a nutshell, dude. He tries his hardest. I know he didn't do well against the Texans. He tries his hardest just for his receivers to sell him every play. That's ridiculous. 5 touchdown performance from Herbert, 6 touchdown performance from Jordan Love. Defense sold so hard. Allowing 6 touchdowns is ridiculous. Justin Herbert, what more do you want him to do? Amazing game from Herbert, threw 1 interception, but still. And then Jordan Love had a fumble as well. Like, come on, dude. Quentin Johnson, 2 touchdowns, 112 yards, career high for him. Ladd McConkey, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just ridiculous here. As how did the other guy do? Isaiah Bond here. He had 8 receptions, 92 yards. Dropping that pass is just so bad. And the Chargers are going to be 0-2 in the Super Bowl after everyone just witnessed a generational Super Bowl. Imagine watching a Super Bowl with 11 total touchdowns, with Justin Herbert throwing 5 and then Jordan Love throwing 6. That is a generational Super Bowl, as our defense sold completely. Jordan Love here, Super Bowl MVP, of course. Josh Allen with the league MVP and the Offensive Player of the Year. Isaiah Bond wins the Offensive Rookie of the Year. For the re-signings, I don't need Gilman, don't want Quentin Johnston's option, so we're going to have him for 1 more year. He didn't do bad with us, but it's like, do I really need Quentin Johnston, who clearly doesn't want to be here? Khalil Mack doesn't want to be here. He wants to be historic champs. I mean, we were just at the Super Bowl. We're like right there, Khalil Mack. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal and pay him a fat payday. He just put up 21 sacks, so he's going to re-sign on that. Even if he does regress, that's fine with me. Everyone else here, just not interested in, so I'm going to let them walk. We're going to hit free agency, and we're going to have to deal with Herbert's contract. It's backloaded, so I'm going to not try and spend too much in free agency. We got Greg Rousseau here. That's actually a really good signing, but it's like, I like Thule. Khalil Mack's balling. I don't need to pay extra money to a guy that, as of right now, I don't need, but it would be good if Khalil Mack retired or something like that. But as of right now, I don't need him. After free agency, got Devontae Wyatt, superstar development on a 2-year contract. Brian Cook on a 3-year contract. Yes, I know I have Elijah Molden. It's just good to have depth at that position. It was a pretty cheap contract anyways. And then Kyrus Barnes on a 1-year deal with us. In the draft, the Browns with the #1 overall pick again. Myles Garrett is in shambles. Not really. He's guaranteed like, what, $130 million? They're going to pick up another defensive end. But I do still want another receiver because I don't want Mike Williams. I don't want Quentin Johnston. So I still want a big wide receiver one. Is this guy a physical guy out of Georgia Tech? 5'9", 184. That's not what I'm looking for. But this guy, oh my gosh, German, 230, 6'4" out of North Carolina. He is a big dude, great speed, great strength, solid acceleration. How are you running a 4.38 at your college pro day at a 6'4", 230? That's insane. B catching, B medium route, B spec catch, B short route. I don't need to look at anyone else. This dude is a freak here. Ranked 19, got him at 31, hidden development. That's crazy size and crazy speed for this guy. German is going to be a baller. I'm going to make him the #1 and then going to put Conkey at the 2, and then Isaiah Bond will play in the slot. And then for the defensive tackles, there's a guy here, a first to second rounder in the second round here, as he is 6'4", 240 pounds, run stopper, elite strength. That's all I need to see. I don't need to look at that any further. Ranked 35, got him at 63, hidden development, 99 strength. I know he's slow. I don't care. Run stopper, fill in that gap. That's a big boy right there, dude. 99 strength as a rookie is insane. And do I go linebacker or defensive tackle? I kind of want to double down on defensive tackle. There's a day 3 guy here, second or third rounder. I may reach on him because it's like I pick at the late 4th round, so someone might snag him if I don't snag him. So I think I'm gonna want to do that here. Third to fourth rounder. I'm gonna do the second to third rounder. Tavon Kidd here out of Missouri, 6'3", 333 here, elite strength, run stopper. All I need to see, absolutely. Rank 60, got him at 95. Hidden development, 96 strength as a rookie is nuts. We're gonna have an insane run defense. For the middle linebackers, I'm in the late 4th round. They don't seem that astonishing. This guy has a hit power, Peter McAllister at Grand Valley State. Poor strength, doesn't seem that good. I'll take him for the hit power. He's going to have normal development. Ranked awful. That was an awful pick. Actually, hidden development, I mean, he's ranked 327th in the class. Got him at 127. Not good value. He's going to be a low overall, but hidden development, I'll take it, man. And apart from that, we're getting past the 4th round here. Might as well just simulate to the end. Germans is 75, 74 for Binns here, Christopher Binns, and then 73 for Tavon Kidd, 63 for McAllister, but he does have hidden development, so why not just keep him as depth? And then a 70 overall halfback in the late 7th round with hidden development. What a steal from the AI. That's good depth. Now, this is the team after the draft here. Langford, let's move up. German's going to be the #1 just because he's the more physical guy. I know Lad McConkey's the better guy, but McConkey's going to be in the 2 and in the slot. Isaiah Bond is going to be a 3. Offensive line is great. Mason Taylor is a baller. Najee Harris is great as well. We got Binns here. We got Kidd. We got Turner. We got so much depth at our defensive line. Devontae White's on a 2-year deal. Got Kyrus Barnes. Need an outside linebacker there. I'm just going to keep Barnes as the depth middle linebacker. He can rotate through the sub linebackers. I would like a 3rd DB. Honestly, we don't even have bad depth here. I like everything we got. We were a Super Bowl winning team last year. Let's have Najee Harris get all those reps there. Lad McConkey is still in the slot. Then Isaiah Bond is rotating behind him. Let's not have Brian Cook at sub linebacker. He's my backup safety. And then everything else looks great from here. But anyways, guys, apart from that, year #2, let's move into the midseason mark. And we're 3-4. I improved the team. We suddenly get worse. The defense ranked 12th, but 20th in defensive passing game. I guess that's not very good. And then 1st in offensive passing game, 4th in points per game. I know our offensive passing game being 1st in John Harbaugh's scheme is super unrealistic, but I don't care. It's my rebuild. As we're going to face the Dolphins, who are 30th in points per game, but we're 3-4. Much different from last year. Scouting national focus, I'm going to do linebacker. Before the players ready to negotiate, Derwin James, even though he's 30, I'm going to do a 3-year contract, $20 million a year. He's going to re-sign with the team. Henley here has been amazing for us. 5-year contract, $13 million a year. He's going to re-sign. Najee's been great for us, even though he's about to start regression here. I want to just give him as much as I can, really, because he's been a baller in simulation so far, and I know he's going to be better in simulation. Thule here, he wants only $12 million a year. He's only going to get better. He's only 23 years old, star development. He's only going to progress from here. He's going to re-sign long-term with the team. Mekhi Becton, he was great for us last year. He wants to be close to home and historic champs. I'm going to wait on that to see how he still performs, but I do want to do a long-term deal with him. Zion Johnson, same deal. He wants a mentor at his position. I can easily do that. Lucas Patrick here has a bridge player and a mentor tag on him, so we're going to sign him just for Zion Johnson. Zion Johnson suddenly has huge interest with the team. I'll do a long-term 4-year deal with him. I know it's $15 million a year, but still want him back on the team. Don't want Benjamin back for sure. And then Kyrus Barnes was just a 1-year Band-Aid player. Don't need Quentin Johnson. Don't need Dante Jackson now that he's about to be 31. And then all these other extras I'm just not interested in. So other than that, let's move into the playoffs and see if we can make them. Only being 3-4 right now is a bit surprising. 12-5, huge comeback on the season, and we get the 1 seed again. We were 15-2 with the 1 seed. Now we're 12-5 with the 1 seed with a better team. Number 1 offense in points per game. Number 1 passing offense. 26 in rushing yards. 26 in rushing defense. I mean, I know they're lower overalls, but I signed Devontae Wyatt. I got 2 really good draft prospects, and Turner is still developing, but still, I thought it would be better than that, but still 3rd in defensive points per game. Stats and awards, Herbert, 1st in passing yards, 2nd in passing touchdowns, 3rd in pass rating, best offense in the NFL, 4th best defense in the NFL. Justin Herbert is your league MVP, baby. 4,800 yards, 46 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 115 pass rating, got sacked 26 times. He had a better year last year. He had more passing yards this year, but he had 46 touchdowns last year, but only with 5 interceptions. And I believe he had like 120 pass rating, and he only got sacked 21 times. Yes, sacks are a QB stat, not just an offensive lineman stat. But yeah, he had a better year last year, and he's getting MVP this year. And same thing with last year. We were 15-2, had a 1 seed, but this year we're 12-5 with a 1 seed. So obviously just more competition last year. And then Herbert also had 2 rushing touchdowns, but Najee Harris, 4.2 per carry, 14 touchdowns, no fumbles again, 1,000 yards, great season. German here in his rookie year, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, is dominant. Mason Taylor, 14 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, 106 receptions, that's X factor. Lad McConkey, 900 yards, 13 touchdowns, still a great year. Isaiah Bond, 8 touchdowns, 800 yards, he's been a great piece for us. Sacks allowed here, Joe Alt allows 7, Slater gets better, only allows 6 this year instead of 8. Zion Johnson allows 5, 4 for Andre James, 3 for Mekhi Becton, least on the team. He's going to get a re-signing. Henley with 120 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, 3 interceptions, 4 pass deflections. Great season from him again. Tackles for a loss, 14 for Devontae Wyatt. That was a nice signing. 12 for Khalil Mack and Tooley. 9 for Turner here. Sacks 16 for Khalil Mack. He's still going to stay on the team, have him for another year. Tooley with 11. Glad I re-signed him for the cheap contract. He was only like, what, 12 million a year? That's pretty good. 4.5 for Devontae Wyatt. 3 interceptions for Benjamin. Really not that bad. Only 3 pass deflections. Really didn't do bad, but still, he's pushing 30. I don't want him anymore. Henley with 3, and then 3 for Tareeb Still. 7 deflections for Still. 6 for Derwin James. 4 for Henley here. I expected more. Safeties here. 1 for Tooley. Defensive touchdowns, 0. Here we are to face the 10-7 Denver Broncos with Bo Nix. We are 12-5 in the divisional round. I'm not going to play this. I'm going to simulate it. Can we beat them to go back to the conference championship here? And the answer is yes. 31-26 here to face the 11-6 Buffalo Bills. I'm so glad it's not the Chiefs. Let's see if we can beat them once again to move on to the Super Bowl. We got the same back-to-back conference championship matchup, even at the same home, but this time the Bills are going to start out 10-0 instead of us crushing them, and they're going to start out whooping us 17-0 at halftime. We do nothing opening up half. 17-3 here. Offense, wake up and do something. 17-10. Defense is doing their job. 17-17 in overtime now. They're going to score a field goal, and we are going to score a touchdown as the Bills choke a 17-0 lead. Josh Allen cannot catch a break. What's that? Josh Allen's like 4th or 5th conference championship loss. He can't catch a break here. It used to be the Chiefs as his kryptonite. Now it's the Chargers. The entire AFC West is just his kryptonite as Herbert, 127 pass rating, 205 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interception. Amazing game from him. And the LA Chargers versus the LA Rams. I wonder who's going to get home field advantage here. No, I'm kidding. I know that it's going to be in different places every time. There should definitely be a Super Bowl at SoFi Stadium. Wasn't there one with the Bengals and Rams, I think? As Matthew Stafford is still kicking here with the Rams. 38 years old, star development. Good for him. Is Devontae Adams here? He is here. He could get a ring potentially here, but we don't want that to happen. Either way, LA is going to win this. For the team upgrades, Mason Taylor, Superstar X Factor, no surprise. German Superstar Development. Did he earn that or did he come with that? It looks like he earned that. He only came with Star Development. Still a baller regardless. We're going to give him Reach for it and Honorary Lineman. I love that ability. Nothing else here for the upgrades on the offensive line even. Defensively, though, Tooley doesn't get an upgrade after having 11 sacks on the season. Any other upgrades that I can see? Probably not. Still a really good year for the team. It's the Los Angeles Chargers, who should have stayed in San Diego, versus the Los Angeles Rams, who should have stayed in St. Louis. Here we are against the Rams. They're going to open up with the punt. We're going to start with 7. Great start. 14-0 against the Rams. Where are we at? We are on the East Coast in the Falcons Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Either way, 21-0, 21-3, 28-3. Falcons fans look away. 35-3, crushing the Rams. Absolute embarrassment. Go ahead and retire already, Matthew Stafford here, as Justin Herbert and your Los Angeles Chargers win their first ever Super Bowl, and that will definitely put Matthew Stafford in retirement. It's all the Herbert haters here, and he can't perform in the playoffs. 129 pass rating, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 267 yards. He's Super Bowl MVP. Matthew Stafford, 39.4 passer rating. To put that in perspective for you, if he just hiked the ball 40 times and spiked it into the ground and finished the game with 0 completions, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, his passer rating would be 39. He basically did that. That's how bad he did this game. But either way, a Super Bowl win here for Los Angeles Chargers. And the Chargers get their first ever Super Bowl win, crushing the Rams in the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert wins the Super Bowl MVP and the league MVP. That has to be a career high for someone being this dominant in the Super Bowl, getting your Super Bowl MVP, getting your league MVP, and then also our Rookie of the Year is German, the wide receiver. Great stuff, but we still have 2 more years to go with the Chargers. We already have back-to-back Super Bowl appearances. Let's see if we can build up this dynasty. And I didn't look at the retirements, so let me check real quick. Did anyone retire on offense? From what I can see, no. Quentin Johnston just got a free ring, and it looks like, yeah, Khalil Mack did retire. That's unfortunate. He was so dominant for us. Everyone else here looks to be about the same. Players ready to negotiate here. Joe Alt wants a huge interest in this team here. Mekhi Becton, we're historic champs. You just won a Super Bowl. You want to be in Virginia, dude? Like, what do you want to play? Like, for Baltimore or something? Either way, I want him back on this team. I don't want to, like, overpay for him too bad. It's $15 million a year for 4 years. He was great for us. He re-signs. I mean, we're Super Bowl champions. What more do you want? Benjamin, I don't want Kyrus Barnes back. I don't want Quentin Johnston, even though he just got a free ring. All these other extras I don't want. $77 million to spend. I would like to get a new corner. That's pretty big for me. Getting Fred Warner and Kyle Hamilton would be sick. Getting that would be so sick. But I don't need Kyle Hamilton, but I would like to have him. He has 15 offers on him right now. But instead, let's try and pick up a different Raven here, Marlon Humphrey. I'm going to try and give him a fat bag for 1 year. And we're going to get Fred Warner, Marlon Humphrey, and Trent Simpson. Stealing Ravens players is just what the Chargers do best. They love J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Bradley Bozeman. They just like taking all of our players. The Ravens do it too. They stole, who was it, Eric Weddle from them. But either way, Fred Warner is a big signing. Got him on 4 years. I know he's 30 years old, but we still only got 2 years left in this rebuild, so it's not that big of a deal. So now this is what the team looks like going into the draft. I literally need nothing. My team is so stacked out here. Have so much depth as well. Defensively here, Fred Warner is going to play right outside linebacker, but he will be the starting sub linebacker, so he's still going to be the number 1, of course. I need to draft a defensive end. I have so much depth at linebacker now. I have so much depth at defensive tackle. I need another corner would be nice. Yeah, so let's get another corner because Marlon Humphrey is only on a 1-year contract, but I'm going to draft a defensive end first. But really good team here. Let's move into the draft. And the Raiders get the number 1 overall pick. No surprise, they were 0-6 the midseason. They're going to pick up a defensive end. Highly doubt I can pick a good defensive end at the spot, but we're going to see as the Rams pick up a new QB. Nick Perkins looks really good too. There's a top 5 QB that they passed up on, Channing Brooks, but we're going to see this defensive end, 274, 6'6" out of Duke. He's more of a 3-4 defensive end, but he really doesn't look that good. Yeah, he's not good. There's a speed rusher here off the edge, and Ben Pierman out of West Virginia, 6'3", 254, will fit in our scheme off the edge there. He is B pursuit, B block, shedding C to F awareness. He doesn't look good either. Dre Reed, speed rusher, C awareness. This guy here, Nate, he is 6'2", 264. He has good strength, marginal speed, elite acceleration though. He looks all right, but he's not worth a first-round pick either. And then there's some power rushers here that don't seem bad, don't seem good. That guy's a pass coverage guy. I just don't like what I have on the board for edge rushers. I'm not going to force the pick. I'm going to look at corner instead. Dorian Winthorpe here out of Houston, 6'3", 186, zone archetype, good speed, great strength, good acceleration here, A catching, B press, B tackle, B zone coverage. I think this guy's going to be the pick. I don't want to force the edge rusher pick here as he's ranked 16, got him at 32, normal development, still good value for what he is. We could potentially develop him in the slot, so I'm not going to hate just yet. But we got a power rusher in Terrell Shelby here in the second round. Doesn't look good. Honestly, just all of these speed rushers just look total trash. Let me look at the right end position, and Trevante Holmes doesn't look that good. Brian Fowler here looks all right. I mean, he's 6'4", 270, more of like a 4'3". I'm going to pull the trigger anyways. I mean, I need the position. He looks awful. I knew he wasn't going to be good. Didn't think he was going to be that bad, though. In the third round here, there's a strong safety. I know we have Derwin James, but might as well just pull the trigger on this just in case. Actually, this guy looks way better. Who is this? Devon Love here out of Army, 5'11", 211 here, as he is good. I mean, he has A pursuit, A stamina, A hit power. I'm going to pick him up just as depth for now. Ranked 145, got him at 96, normal development. Not doing really the best with the picks here. Probably the worst draft I've had. I mean, I have pick 32, but at the same time, let's just simulate to the end of the draft. Winthorpe is a 74, 66 for Fowler, 68 for Love. Don't like what I got there. I'm going to try and trade for a defensive end. I'm not going to lie. That was a pretty bad draft by me, but either way, I was nailing my other drafts beforehand. And that goes through. I'm trading a second-round pick for the Jaguars defensive end here, well, edge rusher here. He is a left outside linebacker. He is a 76 overall, hidden development here, so he is going to come off the edge for us. David Bailey, speed rusher archetype out of Stanford, 6'3", 242, 2 years of experience with the Jaguars. Clearly didn't develop him well because he's already 2 years experience and he's only a 76 overall. Where did they pick him? He was their third-round pick in 2025, so, I mean, that's a solid pick there. I'll take him any day of the week. So, I mean, he doesn't seem that bad. And David Bailey. So we'll take him out of Stanford and move him to defensive end. 91 overall team moving into year 3. The team is so stacked. I don't need anything else. The team is balling. Maybe a replacement for Andre James. He's been great for us, but he's just aging. I'm going to put German back at the 1. Everything else is going to stay the same as last year. Najee Harris is down to an 84. He is regressing. That is bad to see, but it is what it is. And defensively, we're just stacked everywhere. Linebacker is stacked. We have so much depth at the defensive line. It's not the highest overall, but it's definitely not bad. And then we're going to move up Winthorpe to the number 3. Hopefully he can develop. And then Love is a 71 overall. That's not bad. Brian Cook as depth and specialist-wise. Winthorpe is going to be let's put him at the slot, and then Marlon Humphrey can... actually, no. Let's put Marlon Humphrey in the slot, and then Winthorpe can rotate. Najee Harris is going to get all the reps, and everything else past that looks great. Year number 3. Let's see if we can go to 3 Super Bowls in a row and move into the midseason mark. I was about to say move into the Super Bowl. I predetermined it. 4-3 at the midseason mark, coming off back-to-back wins to the Broncos and the Chiefs. Our offense is just top 10 in everything. Our defense, 21st in passing defense, 18th in rushing defense, which doesn't make sense. 13th in defensive points per game, though. We are 6th in the conference, 2nd in our division. Chiefs are 6-1. And we don't have any standout players here, according to the stat sheet, which is unfortunate. Scouting national focus. Najee's regressing, so maybe I'll just do running back here. And for the players we get to negotiate, I only have $20 million left. This is what I was worried about with signing Fred Warner and them. But Ladd McConkey, he wants to have a mentor. That's all? Okay, I'll sign a mentor so it will be cheaper. Mentor tag and Kendrick Bourne here. He's also a bridge player. I'll sign him just for the year. Ladd McConkey suddenly has moderate interest in the team, so let's just boost his bonus a little bit and spread out his contract a little bit more, and I still can't afford him. Is wild. Tareeb still I want back, and he wants to be close to home, so I'm going to have to pay him a bag to be here. Elijah Molden, I'm probably just going to have to let him walk and let Brian Cook do the job. Junior Colson, I already signed Trent Simpson to a contract. I like Junior Colson, but I just can't afford him. Marlon Humphrey was on a 1-year deal. Devontae Wyatt's contract is running out, and then Andre James I'm going to have to move on from. So this is whenever the team starts to fall apart a little bit because of all the contracts that are built up. Still a Super Bowl winning team, but let's see what we got in the playoffs. 10-7 here. I have a 93 overall team, and I only go 10-7. Seems a little bit lame to me. 25th defense in the NFL. That's the Chargers team I know. 4th best offense, though, as none of our players seem to be standout, as the Chiefs take the division at 12-5. Herbert here, another amazing year. 3rd best offense in the NFL, and defensively 16th. Herbert finishes 7th for the league MVP. Herbert with 4,500 yards, 37 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 111 pass rating, 30 sacks. I mean, I told you last year, Herbert's career high was definitely going to be last year. He had league MVP, Super Bowl MVP, crushed the Rams. He did amazing. Najee Harris, still 4.5 per carry, 14 touchdowns. He's still doing amazing. 2 fumbles, though. That's the worst he's done so far, I would say. But either way, he's still doing pretty good, I would say. Like, in general, I know that just didn't make a lot of sense, but overall, this is the worst season he's had with us just because of the 2 fumbles. But again, either way, it's good for the average, you know. German, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Mason Taylor, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. 1,000 yards for Ladd McConkey, 8 touchdowns. Isaiah Bond, 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. Great ball distribution there. Sacks allowed, 9 for Slater. Why am I paying you $27 million a year to allow 9 sacks, dude? Andre James allows 8. Yeah, I'm not gonna allow that. Interior offensive linemen really shouldn't be allowing that many sacks compared to offensive tackles. And then Joe Alt allows 5. Zion Johnson allows 5. Mekhi Becton has been amazing for us, only allowing 3. Fred corner, 113 tackles, tackles for a loss, 12 for David Bailey, the new signing, well, the new trade. Devontae White with 11, 11 for Tooley, 6 for Turner, sacks, 9 for Tooley, 7.5 for David Bailey, not as good as Khalil Mack. Interceptions, 2 for Derwin James, deflections, 11 for Talib Still, 5 for Winthorpe, 4 for Derwin James. Safeties is going to be 1 for Tooley, 1 for Devontae White, and 0 defensive touchdowns here. So we have to play the Bills again, but this time can we beat them at their home? We are significantly better team than them. We're in 93, they're in 86, and we are just the Bills kryptonite. They can't beat anyone in the AFC West. They can't beat the Chiefs. They can't beat the Chargers. We crushed them again. Here to face the 85 overall Colts here. We are 8 overalls higher than them. Let's see if we can beat them to go back to the conference championship here, and the answer is yes. 35-23 here to face the 9-8 New England Patriots. We are 9 overalls higher than them. We should crush them, but you never know with the Patriots. And Drake May is still their QB. That's what I expected. Just wanted to check up. Star development, he's a 91 overall. Who's his top receivers? Lorenzo Bean. What an elite name. Superstar development, Rondell Moore, and then Damian Taylor. So he doesn't have any elite receivers. Lorenzo Bean will be because he's 22 years old with superstar development. He seems like a baller. But as of right now, they don't really have any high overall players at that position. But let's see if we're going to beat the New England Patriots to go to 3 Super Bowls in a row. Here we are at home against the 9-8 Patriots. We are 9 overalls higher than them. This should be a blowout game, but it's not a blowout game. 3-0 start, 10-0 start versus the Patriots. We were shut out in the first half. Opening up half with a touchdown is nice. Defense is doing their job. Offense, you need to step it up. 17-14. Offense is going to lose. That's ridiculous, dude. My team that's 9 overalls higher than the New England Patriots loses to the New England. Dude, that's ridiculous. I'm 9 overalls higher, and they're a 9-8 team, and I'm going to lose. That's so stupid. Offense did nothing. Herbert still had a solid game. He had a 99 pass rating, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, and then he had a better game than Drake May. The offense just didn't want to do anything here. Najee Harris, 5.2 per carry. Why didn't we give him the ball more? What was happening? Why didn't we win that game, dude? That's ridiculous. We're 9 overalls higher, and we still lost. And the Packers beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl as Jordan Love wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP, and there are no awards here for the Chargers. In the AFC West, Kendrick Bourne and Jacob Johnson both retire. For the team upgrades offensively, we're the same, really. German and Ladd McConkey didn't get an upgrade. Najee Harris is down to a 79 overall without the boost. That is very unfortunate. Defensively, any upgrades for the team? None that I can see, which really sucks. Trent Simpson's probably going to move to outside linebacker now that Junior Colson's going to be gone. Yeah, that really sucks. We were a 93 overall team, and we still just lost. That seems so lame. $45 million to spend now. I don't know how that works. Nobody retired on our team, but Ladd McConkey and Talib still don't want to be here. I'll accept the option for Isaiah Bond, and then Elijah Molden's going to have to walk Junior Colson, Marlon Humphrey, Devontae Wyatt, Cam Hartz, Cameron Mitchell, Andre James, and all these other extras are going to have to walk as well. So Talib still, I'm going to offer Ladd McConkey a contract. Let's just do the neutral deal that he's going to reject. So he wants to test free agency. So instead of paying him $28 million a year, I'll pay him $34 for the 1 year. Talib still, I'm going to pay him a fat bag here so he stays with the team. He's my top corner that I desperately need. And oh my gosh, now I have to choose between one of them. I should have just tried to sign. Oh my gosh, how much does it cost for Talib still? He wants $25 million. McConkey wants more. I'll try to get Talib still in free agency. But I honestly don't. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tag McConkey. I'll try to get Talib still in free agency. That blows. Elijah Molden will walk. Can I even get Talib still in free agency? No, I was trying to sign him and then get Ladd McConkey. That sucks so bad. That I won't be able to sign Talib still with $11 million in cap. He's going to have to walk. That sucks so bad. I'm going to have to just get Marlon Humphrey on a 1 year deal. I just hate that he didn't accept that. I paid him a fat bag too, and he said no. So before we move into the draft, Najee Harris still did good with us. I'm still going to have him as the starter because I have other needs to pursue here. I need a new center, of course, and then another corner would be nice to have as well. And then I'll move Trent Simpson to left outside linebacker. Brian Cook isn't that bad, but maybe if there is a better free safety, we'll check. Saints get the #1 overall pick, and we're going to get pick 29. We also don't have a second-round pick for trading for Bailey. Strong safety, Moses Hall at the top of the board here. 5'11", 209, great speed, solid acceleration here. B man coverage, C zone coverage. I wouldn't mind a free safety, but I definitely need a corner more than that. And the corners on the board doesn't look bad at all. A zone coverage for this guy, then A man coverage for for this guy. We have Hugh Garrison, 6'2", 200 pounds out of Virginia Tech, elite strength, solid speed, elite acceleration. This guy's going to be the pick. He has A-zone coverage. Love to see it here. Ranked 4, got him at 29, A-plus pick, hidden development. He's a baller. And then we don't have the second round pick, and we pick in the late third round. Is there a good center on the board that I can take here? Probably not. John Flanagan doesn't seem good. Yeah, is there a good left guard or a good right guard? No, there's not. So that's unfortunate. We're probably just going to have to bite the bullet on that. Honestly, the rest of this board just doesn't look good. I'm going to pull the trigger on the center anyways. John Flanagan out of Oregon here. Solid strength, great acceleration here. A, impact blocking, B, pass block. Let's try him out. Rank 62, got him at 93. Hidden development, great value. That worked out great, actually. And then in the late fourth round, why not try and pull a trigger on a safety? Why not try this guy? He is F tackle, 5'10", 217. Doesn't seem that great. Athleticism seems all right. Isn't good at all, but sure, why not just try and take the chance on him? After the draft, Flanagan's a 74. Good value there. Probably going to be better than Andre James long term. Andre James allowed 8 sacks last year. And then, sure, Garrison, we're going to put him at the number 2. Brian Cook is going to be the starter there. Still really not even a bad team. Devontae Wyatt wasn't that good. A lot of depth at the defensive line. The linebacking core is amazing. Still losing to Reeb still whenever I had the money to pay him and tag Ladd McConkey to go into negative cap debt. Mega L that we didn't get that back. 89 overall team instead of being a 93 overall team. Najee Harris, again, is regressing, but it is what it is. I'm fine with it. The team is still definitely a Super Bowl caliber team. Hopefully Najee Harris can continue to playing at a great level as he's already been doing throughout the entire rebuild, and Garrison will play. We're just going to keep Humphrey in the slot. Everything else seems pretty good. Fourth and final year. Let's see if we can make another crack at it and move in into the playoffs. 14-3, no first round bye here, as it looks like the Colts are going to take it at 14-3. We got snubbed. Number 1 offense, 7th best defense, 27th in passing defense. That was 2nd in rushing defense without Devontae Wyatt is interesting. Stats and awards, Justin Herbert, number 1 in passing yards, passing touchdowns, passer rating, best offense in the NFL, 15th best defense. Herbert, league MVP once again. Insane season. This is the career high. 5,300 yards, 58 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 137 pass rating, got sacked only 18 times. Amazing job from Herbert and the offensive line. Holy, that had to be a record book, dude. Most touchdowns thrown in a season, Justin Herbert, as he doesn't have the most passing yards. 54 was for Peyton Manning. He was close. He was close to Peyton Manning's record there, but amazing year from Justin Herbert. Just the ultimate glaze. Ultimate glaze from me here. Number 1 in everything. 77% completion percentage is amazing as well. Najee Harris, 3.9 per carry, 7 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. This is the Najee Harris I know in real life. 0 fumbles. Ladd McConkey, 1,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, 119 receptions. Puka Nacua has the record for the most receiving yards of the Rams in 2027 and most TD catches here. Josh Downs on the Colts for this season. That's so unfortunate. 26 for Josh Downs and 26 for Ladd McConkey in the same year. He tied the record. That's still an amazing year. Easily X Factor. He'd be a 99 overall. Isaiah Bonner finally breaks over 1,000 yards in his career, but still, he's been great for us. 10 touchdowns, and 1,000 yards for Mason Taylor. 9 for 900, almost 1,000 for German. 8 touchdowns. Sacks allowed here. Offensive line did amazing. Joe Alt, 6. Rashawn Slater, 5. 2 for Mekhi Becton. He's been a baller. And then Zion Johnson with 2. And John Flanagan, the rookie, only allows 2 in his very first season. He's already better than Andre James. Fred Warner, 134 tackles, 5 tackles for a loss, 2.5 sacks, 4 interceptions, 4 pass deflections. Great year from him. Tackles for a loss, 15 for Turner, 9 for Tooley, 7 for David. Sacks, 13 for Tooley, 12.5 for David Bailey. We finally developed David Bailey after 4 years. He seems great. 7 for Christopher Binns here. Interceptions here, 4 for Fred Warner, 2 for Winthorpe, and for Hugh Garrison, the rookie. 9 deflections for Marlon Humphrey, 6 for Winthorpe, 6 for Brian Cook. Safeties on the team is 0 defensive touchdowns, is 1 for Winthorpe. Can we beat the 9-8 Denver Broncos? We are 6 overalls higher than them to move on to the divisional round here, and we do 28-10, also beating them in week 18. Can we beat the 13-4 Pittsburgh Steelers? We are 2 overalls higher than them. They have a better defense than us, though, and we are going to beat them 38-20, and we are going to be playing the Bills again. We've beaten them 3 times in a row. Let's see if we can make it number 4. We're a 91 overall team. The Bills are an 86 overall team. We're 5 overalls higher. They had a huge start, but it's still 7-10 game against the Bills here. driving down the field 17-7 at halftime, opening up half with another 3. And my God, I am so sorry, Bills fans. Just abuse year after year. This is our year. This is our year. The Bills are going to be the new Cowboys fans, dude. We mollywop them every year, 40-14, crushing the Bills as Josh Allen just can't make it past the conference championship. He just can't do it. 99 pass rating, Herbert, 126 pass rating, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 357 yards. Just tragic for Bills fans. We've been to 4 conference championships and we have won 3 of the conference championships, so now we will appear in our 3rd Super Bowl in this 4-year rebuild. Here to face the 15-2 Philadelphia Eagles. We're better in every way. We have a better offense, slightly better defense, just a better overall team, 3 overalls higher. For the team upgrades here, Justin Herbert goes to a 99 as he should. Ladd McConkey goes to a 99 as he should. German's up to a 95 with the boost. Mason Taylor's up to a 99 with the boost. Flanagan is really good. 83 overall, star development. Defensively, any other upgrades for the team? None that I can see. Really, Tooley and Bailey didn't get an upgrade. They were both great. Garrison comes with star development. 92 overall team. Let's see if we can finish this rebuild with 3 Super Bowl wins. That would be awesome to see. Actually, no, we had 1 Super Bowl win. This would be our 2nd one. We lost in year 1, lost at the conference championship to the 9-8 Patriots. But let's see if we can beat the 15-2 Eagles. We're better than them to get another Super Bowl win. Here we are against the Eagles here. We're going to start out with no, they started out with nothing. We started out with 3. Good start for the team. They're driving down the field. 3-3 game here. 6-3 game. Defense is doing their job. Offense needs to step up on both sides of the ball here for both teams. 6-20 here. 13-20. Let's see if we can make a comeback now. That's going to be the game. We're going to lose against the Eagles. 27-13. That is unfortunate. Still going to be a successful rebuild because we did get a Super Bowl win, but we had 3 Super Bowl appearances. Bad game from Justin Herbert, unfortunately. 1 interception. No touchdowns, 71 pass rating, 168 yards. Just not good from him. Najee Harris, 2.7 per carry. Even though he had a touchdown, that's not a good game. And Jalen Hurts wins another Super Bowl MVP. Justin Herbert wins the league MVP. Ladd McConkey wins the Offensive Player of the Year. And that will be it for this rebuild. But hey, we made it to the conference championship 4 times in 4 years. We made it to the Super Bowl 3 times in 4 years. We won the Super Bowl only once, though. But still, it was a really, really good rebuild for the team, for the Chargers in general. Didn't expect Herbert to do this good. I expected him to do good in simulation, but not that good. So anyways, guys, apart from that, if you guys did enjoy this video, you better have. This was a baller rebuild. Make sure you guys like and or subscribe. Tell me which team down in the comments below you want me to rebuild next, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.